Get on the dance floor. Show you guys how windy it is out here in Laramie, Wyoming this morning, man. Holy shit. It's like the sand. It's like you're getting sandblasted out here. Truck was shaking so bad. I did way bad. I just cleared the trucks out. These are the trucks working, man. And it's super strong, man. They had signs up at one point. It was 70-mile-an-hour gusts. This seems probably about maybe 40 or 50 maybe sustained. No, maybe 30 or 40 sustained. But man, holy shit, it's literally pushing my big ass. But it's coming out of the west. It sucks because I'm heading west on I-80. So anyway, I shut down here last night. And we paused the Tootsie Roll. Anyways, man, it is windy. Anyways, giving you guys an update on the truck. So, what's wrong with my lens? Oh. So I got my braces in. I hate these things. Oh, this guy just hit 60 miles an hour. Anyways, truck has got a lot of power. Just blowing smoke still, man. I talked to two mechanics yesterday in Omaha. Nobody could get me in. Nobody. And that's the problem. Like, nobody can get me in. Like, you can literally see that's how bad the truck's shaking right now. I mean, I've been up here. It's been very windy. I don't know. Anyways, it's wind, right? Not the apocalypse, Kurt. So, anyways, so the truck is still blowing smoke. Talked to two mechanics yesterday. And it's got a lot of power. I mean, I'm light on my deck. I think I'm only a little over 16,000 pounds. I'm hauling these Home Depot trailers to Compton, California. I got an appointment tomorrow morning at 10 and picking up a load from Torrance, California, some solar panels going over to Livingston, Texas. Anyways, I already booked it a couple days ago. Anyways, excuse my lisp. Oh, I hate these things. I should have just went with the regular braces. So anyways, the truck's still blowing smoke. I talked to two mechanics, and they said, you got all the power, everything, this and that. They're like, so I told them about my height tool. I ordered it from eBay. The height tool, when I use the height tool, it said it's a universal height tool. And shame on me, because I also bought a universal injector puller and installer for my truck, but I have the copper cups. So I have I think it's an N3 injector, or an N2, I can't remember. I think it's an N2 motor, so maybe I have an N2 injector. Anyways, the problem is my injector tool, when I put it down into that little, there's a little dot on the crab claw that holds down the injector fork, the one that Jesus torqued to 11 pounds. When you turn the injector, it's got a little block on it. When you turn the injector, I'll do it from this so you guys see. It's got a little injector, or a little block on it that screws onto this long, looks like a skinny pencil, or like a pen. And it just screws on there. And there's different gauges. Mine calls for a 7.82 gauge. Now, do I have this thing upside down? Am I talking to you guys upside down right now? I don't know. Anyways, if I am, you guys don't need to see my face anyways. So when I turn the injector tool, when it goes down in that little hole in the crab claw, it doesn't hit. When there are two threads over the jam nut, it's hitting the injector. So that's telling you that the injector has to be turned down or pushed down, which puts more fuel, which I didn't know this, and I've asked the mechanics, they didn't know it. Finally, Jose said, well, when it's pushed down, it puts more fuel into the cylinder. And also at my correct injector height, it wants me to be literally in the middle of the jam nut. And I know people that aren't mechanics don't know what I'm talking about. Trust me, I'm like a seasoned vet on this motor now. But if you are a mechanic or you've done this, you know that if it's halfway into the jam nut, the lock nut, which I don't know if that makes sense to some people either, they can't be right. You have a small margin of error for that jam nut to loosen up and literally like be pushed and just break, or there's nothing the jam nut is holding only half of the adjustment rod. Makes absolutely no sense. So therefore I went on this forum and a guy said, because I can't get the tool, I don't know what tool I need. Nobody can tell me what tool I need, and these are experienced specialists for a Detroit 60. So I looked on a forum and the guy said if you're 2 threads above the jam nut, you should be good. Well, that's what I set them all at when I put the new injectors in the other day. Like I said, I'm not dying on the hill. I got power, but it's smoke. My coolant's up to par. I'm not losing coolant. Oh, and I got my fan to shut off. It was the fan clutch. The oil's good. There's no diesel in my fuel, or there's no coolant in my diesel. Everything is fine. So 2 mechanics said, well, it's quite possible your injector heights are wrong, because they say that didn't make any sense. That I had the 7.82. They checked in their manual. Yeah, it calls for 7.82, and they said, so you put it in that little hole. Yeah, you turned it. Yeah. They're like, that just doesn't make any sense. And I know it doesn't. None of this does. So nobody could get me in. And it was a Saturday, so shame on me. But they said even on a weekday, I'd have to wait there a day or two. Well, I got 2 appointments. I got tomorrow at 10 a.m. in Compton, and then I have to go pick up over in Torrance, and then I have another one in Livingston, Texas on Wednesday morning to unload these solar panels. So after that, then I can finally get it in to get an overhead done on it, or have the overhead run on it, and then I'll give you guys an update on it, because I'm at my wit's end, man. I'm so frustrated. Anyways, so I have a theory. Excuse me. I was going to change my fuel filter yesterday at a truck stop. If you guys are on I-80 in Nebraska at the 240, at the exit mile marker 240 in Nebraska, J Brothers truck stop has cheap fuel, $3.22 a gallon, or $3.23 yesterday I paid. So I always stop there. Also, I'm over here at, I think it might be another J Brothers, but I call it the Al-Qaeda truck stop. It's at the 290 in Laramie, Wyoming, 290. I'm stopping in the fuel out right in a little bit. They have cheap fuel here. It's cheaper than $3.22, I know that, or $3.23. So, anyways, I have a theory that I was going to change my fuel filter yesterday, but then I said to myself, that just allows more fuel flow into the injectors. So the injectors, I think, are pumping too much fuel into the cylinders, and so did the other 2 mechanics, because they checked everything. They're like, everything. They didn't literally check. They asked me, how's your oil, how's your coolant, how's your fuel? Everything's clean. They're like, that just makes no sense. So the one guy came out, looked, and he's like, well, your head's not leaking. So anyways, so I have a theory. Instead of changing my fuel filter, I'm gonna let it get completely, because it's about this far from the top of fuel, till it's completely dirty. You know, I'm sure you're quite aware of how long, excuse me, a Detroit 60 fuel filter is. Pretty much all trucks, semi trucks, have long, big fuel filters. So my theory is this: if I can not change, because I got a few days yet, could I add a rag and wrap it around my fuel filter, stick it down in there so it's less fuel getting in, so the fuel pump is always going to pump the same. The fuel pump does not go up and down for pump. It's always on a constant pump. And then it goes through your motor block, and then your injectors will distribute how much fuel it needs or not. So I'm wondering, is it a good theory if I ran, because I've been thinking about this all day yesterday. Is it a good theory or a good surmise or guess that a completely dirty fuel filter, it will allow less fuel? I mean, the injectors are probably still trying to pump the same, but if there's less fuel flow, am I doing harm or good? Anyways, I just wanted to give you guys an update on the truck. I got to boogie out of here. I got to catch fuel. It's 6:30 here. Got a great night's sleep for a change. But anyways, I just wanted to, if you guys know any ideas or have a theory on this, please text me or call 414-477-7845. Again, that's 414-477-7845, or just leave a comment. Josh, hi to my wife, baby girl, Jason Gilbert, my cousin Dan, my brother Pastor Rick, Stevie K, unknown user, Joaquin, I think it's Joaquin, right? JOAQOUINE, Janine, all you guys. Janine always preps or comments on my actual prepping videos. I don't even know if she's still subscribed anymore. If you are, let me know. All you guys. If I forgot anybody, I'm really, really sorry. Anyways, just leave me a comment, man. Let me know what you guys think, because the other two mechanics seem to think that there's too much fuel being sprayed into the cylinder head, and they've never heard of an injected tool that literally wanted you to run that adjustment rod or screw all the way to the middle of the jam nut. They're like, that makes no sense. and I'm not, I don't know. So anyways, I hope this video finds you well. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Ciao.